You guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cleanzio. I'm a mix and mastering engineer. If this is for your first time of coming to my channel, you're welcome. And you know, this channel is all about mixing tutorials, recording tutorials, mastering tutorials, and all that. So today I want to talk about stem mastering. What is stem mastering? Why do you need to stem master your track? Why do you need it? Now, what is mastering? Mastering is the post production of every song. Before a song is released, it has to go through mastering. So after voice recording, you mix your song where you do all the editing, you run the effects and all that. Then mastering process is when you have to do some kind of processing on the stereo output of what you've got so far, then do some kind of EQ, like minor EQ, like slight compression, and you know do all sorts of then do some volume balancing and all that. So that's what mastering is about. Now, most of the time you have to do stereo mastering, whereby you just get the most mastering engineer, you know after the mixing engineer is done with their mix, they send it out as a single stereo output, stereo wave file to a mastering engineer to master. Now, there are sometimes when you as a mastering engineer feels like, okay, you want to fix some kind of problem or some sort of problems in the mix, and probably the bass line is kind of overshadowing the mix, and or probably the kick isn't punchy enough and all that. Are you trying to just you know you're trying to just tweak it, but you can't because of if you do anything any sort of if you overdo some things in the mastering process, you spoil the mix, you know spoil the old song. So that's why you do need stem mastering. Stem mastering, whereby you can have it doesn't mean it has to be like stems, like different, like each having the lead backups and all that. It can be you are just having the lead vocals that comes with some of the backups, or comes with all of the backups. Then you have maybe probably the kick, percussions, the instrumentation and all that. So that's what's the mastering about. So that when you're doing the mastering, when you're on the mastering process and you're doing you are mastering a particular song, if there's a part where you feel like, oh, there are probably the kick needs more punch, or the guitar needs a little bit of shine, in the mix, you just do some little adjustments on it. That is what probably you do some volume balancing and all that. Yeah, that's what STEM mastering is about. So today, this a recent job I did for a guy. Is a producer as well, based in UK, and his name is GA5. So basically, this track here has been is done with the mix. He actually just wanted me to do little bit of stem mastering of the song, of the mix. The song was already mixed as already. He loved how the design, the vocal design, how everything was sounding, the percussions and everything. So he just wanted me to master it, and he wanted me to do stem mastering on this track. So, and he told me that he needed because he needed the kick to shine more on the mix. So basically, that was what I had to do. So you can see these are tracks. There's nothing to. Just mastering. This just mastering. I just did mastering on everything. So the first thing I did when I was mastering this track, so because I made sure that I understood what he wanted out of the master track. So it was more particular about the kick. So now the kick wasn't too punchy. in the mix, and he needed it to stand out. Now this is it. So first of all, let's listen to all the track, snippets of the track. Yeah.
I fell in love with you. Now I cannot let you go. So much pain in my heart. I wanna have you and hold you. I wanna have you and hold you. I wanna have you and hold you. I wanna keep you and love you.
So now this song is already mastered. I just want to take you through how I did the stem mastering of this track. So once I understood what he wanted the kick to shine more on the mix. So I observed that this is what we have on the kick. The kick wasn't shining on the mix. So first of all, the thing I did first, before adding anything, I if you if you check this track, if you know that all the tracks are all bossed to boss 2, are all grouped to boss 2, which is which I named, say, all boss. So boss 2, it's all named it's all boss. I grouped all the tracks to this all boss, which is boss 2. Let me first of all uh, stereo outputs. Yeah, so we won't get confused too. Now he needed this track to be, so this stem mastering, what I did was I bust everything. What I did basically on this stem mastering was parallel mastering. I did parallel compressing on the mastering. Parallel compressing on the mastering. So what I did, I bust all the tracks to bus 2. I grouped all the tracks, I grouped all of them to bus 2, as you can see. As you can see here, I grouped all of them to bus 2. So after that, um, after grouping all of them to bus 2, which is this, I now send this bus 2 to an FX channel, which is bus 1, I sent all of them, and I did, I increased the send to mass, you know, and put it on. If you put it on pan, it's going to be like this. If you put pre, so I wanted all the effects to be on the tracks. You get, I wanted it to be on the tracks, so I put it on post fader. I wanted to, like, I needed it to be punchy. I needed the effect to, really take be really, like, I needed the effect to really be obvious in these tracks. So I put on max and put on post fader. Then the first thing I added there, the first thing I added here, I added the I added um the CLA 3 CLA 3A. I just did my little tweaking, what do you call it, sorry, tweaking. I tweaked everything. I tweaked it. I left the peak at 4 dB, the gain 5.50 dB. No, I just did my little tweaking on that. Then I used T-Rax EQ so the TR-05 classic EQ. So I used it, and I used the sweeter too, and I just did my little adjustments on how I wanted the tracks to sound in the mix, and as well I now used, you know also is also a T-Rax plugin, which is TR-05 classic compressor. So I put it on classic mastering fast. Then as well, I also did some little adjustments on here based on how I wanted it to sound. You get. So that was how I came about this. I came about it sounding like this. The track sound like this.
So much pain in my heart.
So if let me remove the effects. You see, you can see it's very low. You guys can see the effect of my the effect of my FX channels.
I wanna keep you in love,
See,
I fell in love with you.
I want to put it off on. It's off now. It's off now. Now I want to on it.
So much pain in my heart. I wanna have you and hold you.
Off. On.
I wanna keep you in love,
Off. On. So you can see what it's doing. So after I was done with all that, I now sent this all bus track where all my tracks are routed to. I now routed it to a master bus, another channel, which is this one, which I created, and I named it master bus. So the first thing I added this one knob louder. I think it's a wave plugin or something like that. So I added one knob louder, so just to give you some little spike on the volume. So I just to give my
I fell in love with you. Now I cannot let you go. So much pain in my.
So after I use that one to give it some little spike, I now used my um TR-05 T-Rax limiter, brick wall limiter, so which is this one. So after when I was done with this, I now found out that so you remember the guy asked me to make sure that the kick is punchy on the mix. So I now use Maserati. I use Maserati DRM, I used it on the kick, which is this. So just to make it a little bit punchy on the mix, to stand out on the mix. So that was why I used that, and I did my tweaking on this place, did some adjustments and all that. That's how we arrived at this. So you guys can really understand what stem mastering is. I was able to like face some little problem on each part of the tracks in the mastering process. So that's what stem mastering, which I couldn't have been able to do if it was just a stereo wave mastering. You get. So that's what stem mastering about. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I want you guys to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please and please and please and please subscribe to this my YouTube channel. It's free to subscribe. It's free. You don't have to pay any money. You don't have to pay. It's free to subscribe, and I'll keep giving you guys content. You can go in the comment section, tell me what the kind of type of video you want me to make next, and I'll do that. You guys should please subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. You can hit notification bell just in case I have something new, you'll be notified. Bye guys. Thank you guys for watching.